Look here, people. It's October 1st. That means, well, by the time this uploads, it won't be October 1st, but it is October 1st. That means Spooky Month is here. Spooky Month is on and popping, okay? Everything, every photo session is about to be either autumn theme or spooky theme, okay? Now for these, we're going to be using 3 characters as per usual. Since this is the first episode for Spooky Month, we're going with OG V, Mexico V, and Country V, because they're my 3 eldest characters. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell shows you people join Legendary Clan Sports and become legendary. I do all things photography, virtual, and real life. Look, it's about to get real spooky. Hold on, check the fit, you know what I mean? Check the fit. The black and gold is real nice and saucy. Look, I've been holding on to a lot of props, and you're about to finally get to see some. Hit that subscribe button. Okie dokie. I think we got something cool going on here. So the flooring, you know, I always use these neon floors. It glitched out and turned into neon green, so I'm actually going to make use of it because I never used green for any of my other characters in the past because this is not normal. So now I'm just trying to figure out what else could I add to this because it's a little plain. But sometimes plain is not a bad thing, okay? You already saw the fit. Alright, she got the boots, you know what I mean? A little saucy, but also spooky with the big old horns and whatnot. So I'm trying to think, do I want to add more? Or should we keep it simple like this? I'm thinking the only thing I might add is a vehicle or a wagon of some sort way in the background. This wagon's pretty good. I used this for a Filipino character back in when we did Halloween for them, and a bunch of other characters, and that was pretty cool. It's a little goofy looking though. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe more of like a rusty car or something. Maybe we could have the big man back there just standing there lurking, wherever the heck he is. Oh, it's a mask. What? Oh, it says it right there. I did not see that. I did not see that, I'll be honest. What's the evil shade? A dead lady, whoever the fuck. It's a good thing the bottom half is covered up because they spawn there right over the dang camera. Wendigo? What's that? That's one goofy looking fool, but you know what? We're gonna use them. Kinda, that's a big boy. Kinda match anyways, because she got the big old horns on her head. He got the big old antlers on his. Go ahead and lift him out of the ground though. Steer him that way and make him a little bigger and then put him way back there. Just to close off that the slight bit of ambient void back there. There's not really a lot going on back there. We don't really need it to be though, because like I said, sometimes simple is fine. And I like how simple this is. It honestly works quite well. So I'm gonna keep it this way. We're just gonna make it more spooky. Let's cloud that up. Let's see which one of these filters would work with that. Or should we keep it regular? It looks pretty good regular. And then we add some faint light around her. And then some heavier light for the background. Put that way the fuck back there. That joint way back there. Oh, it's going through the wall. Whoops. And lifted way up off the ground into the clouds. Into the clouds it goes. Boom. Now you can't even fully see it properly. Which is exactly what we want. Gives off a real ominous look, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. How much clouds did I actually add? I don't think we're gonna need that much green though either. I think we might need a little bit more cloud though. Well, not really clouds, it's actually smoke, but it always works that way. It always works real good as clouds. That's why I always use it. I don't think we have enough. I think there's not enough density. Okay, I like that that's visible like that because it kind of makes it look like the moon, which is actually a good idea. Cover it up a little bit, like right about there, and spawn the moon. Put that way up there. Oh. The moon's a little bigger than I realized. Keep it 100 with you. But at the same time, that adds quite the look. Yeah. Let me push it back this way, though. Not so much to where it disappears too much into the clouds, because I want you to be able to see that it's there. Because that makes it look very ominous. I know there's a lot of people out there who have a fear of large things. It is October. Fear is what we're looking for. And now let's see if we can make her a little bit of spotlight. Go ahead, tone that down. Maybe make this a little bit more gold. So it can feel a little bit more warm in a way. Yeah, see, that looks much better than it being just pure white. What the fuck? Or should I do a spotlight? I'm thinking more of a spotlight. A spotlight might work better. Because that light is too laser focused. We don't want it to be that strong. Kind of want it to... We want to be able to see her, of course, but not too much. Enough to make it where you clearly have what you're supposed to be looking at, and that is her. But not so much to where it points her out too much. Yeah, see, like that might be perfect right there. And now we make her look at the camera. Which, because the the way her eyes are, you can always tell that she is indeed looking at the camera. I'm thinking maybe to add some more trees in the background. I kind of wanted to do that, but I was like, would that add too much? Would that take away from the look that we've gone with here? Or would that be just fine? I feel like it might be just fine if we add some more trees back there. Get a bit more density going. Let me see. Not no palm trees. We definitely don't want no palm trees. Canary tree? What the heck is a canary tree? It looks like real quick. Ooh, definitely not looking for those. That's too West Coast. We need thickest. We need spooky East Coast trees. East Coast trees are what you want when you're trying to make things spooky. Although one time I did kind of make something spooky with some desert landscape. It was kind of tight. I'm like, I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off because desert landscape just inherently isn't spooky looking. The most thing you think about when you see desert landscape is it hot as fuck? Or are we on the beach? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't really give off that spooky look. As where East Coast trees, they do. East Coast trees have that perfect. It's dark as fuck and it's foggy. And you can't see much of nothing. Trust me, that's an experience I had and it was not great. Being in a fog so dense you can't see 10 feet in front of you. Man, spooky crap. For real. You can't see nothing in front of you. You look out, it could be somebody walking towards you. You wouldn't know until they're within sprinting distance. And as a little kid, sprinting distance is pretty dangerous. Okay, I mean, well, for anybody if you don't see them, 10 feet is a gap that can be easily closed. So imagine that, right? You like 8 years old, 9 years old. You're supposed to go out to school. Parents is like, come on, get up, get dressed, go to school. You open up that front door and take a couple steps down the dang the porch. You can't see anything. We walked back to the crib and we was like, we walked back in the house and we was like, I think y'all need to see this. They opened up the door, look outside. They were like, alrighty, guess we're driving you to school today. Or good driving y'all to school today. That's how bad it was. They immediately was like, nope. Y'all about to get driven today. Because normally we walk, because you just, at the time we would just walk down the street and boom, the bus would pull up and boom, we going to school. But it's not a bad distance for when it's a normal day. It's a bad distance when you can't see 10 feet ahead of you. Anybody could have been lurking in that dang mist. That's how bad it was. I'll just take pictures, see what that look like. Look pretty good from this perspective. The big man in the background. Our eyelashes, they're glowing. No. Probably be like that in the image too, huh? It sure is. It sure is. Oh, it is there too. Still look clean. Not really what I was going for, but it still look clean. You see that again? Yeah, no, it's good. I'm gonna say what we need to do is reduce the overall brightness. It's a little bright. We wanted a little bit more ominous than that. Like, see how her head is now darkened? That right there. That looks much better. Now it gives off that real deal spooky vibe. Because the other one is way too bright. You can clearly see everything. Reminds me of that dang, this is so dang green. It reminds me of that time my older sisters at the time, for some reason, way back in the day, when I was a kid, I had to be like 9, 10 years old. For some reason, they thought it would be a good idea to put a green light bulb in our room. And then one of these idiots broke the normal bulb. So we had to have a green light bulb in our room for probably upwards to 2 weeks. Our room was just green for 2 weeks. And the unfortunate part was the rest of us was too dang young to have any say in it, because these idiots were like 14 and 15 at the time, while the rest of us were, I was the next oldest at like 9 years old. One of these idiots broke the dang light and we had to stay in a room with green lights for 2 weeks. It was horrible. When we finally got a regular light, I don't know if it was like 2 weeks. It might have been like a little bit less than that, but one of them dang goofs broke a light bulb, the regular light bulb, with that stupid green one. And we had to have a green light in there. Or I want to say it was upwards of 2 weeks, because these dang dummies broke the normal light bulb being dumb. Okay. I don't know where one of them even got the bulb from. Probably one of their dang friends that thought it'd be cool to put a green light bulb in and then broke the regular light. I was like, man, it was that day I realized, dang, they some dummies. I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. But you know what I'm saying? We had to sleep in a room with a green lamp for 2 weeks. Dude, that crap sucked. My vision was green. When we finally got a regular light bulb, it took a minute for my eyes to adjust to that crap. It was so dang green beforehand. These fucking goofs. It's like, where the fuck y'all even get a green light bulb from? I didn't even know that was a thing when I was a kid. I ain't never seen no other colored light bulbs outside of little tiny Christmas lights. But like a full-on regular light bulb, I ain't never seen no crap like that. I'm like, this is horrible. Where the fuck and who the fuck did you get this from? Awful. It was horrible, man. Fucking green light bulb, then immediately break the regular light bulb. Like I said, the rest of us was too young, so it wasn't our fault. That dang room was green as fuck though, man. Just like what you're looking at now. This exact green, actually. Crazy. This is bringing back memories, man. The days of the green light bulb. I'm gonna put it like slightly, but it's not letting. There's no middle ground. I wouldn't mind hiding her face a little bit though, because it kind of adds on to that shadowy, spooky look that we're going for here. I like this right here. This is clean. You can still see Big Man back there just looking, creeping. Okay. Matter of fact, let me check the image. Let me check the other images. What he looking like back there? He looked great, but I should have covered him up a little bit with the bush. I didn't think about it. I should have covered him up a little bit more. It's all good though. He's still doing his thing. Look at him back there just chilling. Get a nice good close-up here as we usually do. Gotta have at least 1 or 2 close-ups. Oh wait, hold on. That's a good one right there. Put that, back it up just a little bit. Right there. Oh, you know what? I should angle it actually. Angle it to the tips of her horns. Gotta make it look a little better. The horns is kind of giving her a widow's peak look, but kind of adds to the vampiric slash demon look that she got going on here. So I rock with it. I rock with it. Plus it's kind of dark, so you can't tell it. You can't tell as much due to the sheer darkness in which the zone I have created. Oh, you know what? That's what it reminds me of. Shadow Moon Valley on World of Warcraft. If you ain't never played World of Warcraft before, there's a place called Shadow Moon Valley. It came out back in the day on Burning Crusade. That was 2007. That place is nothing but fucking fellfire and brimstone, okay? Not hellfire, because hellfire is orange. No, fellfire, which is green. That's exactly what the heck this looks like. If I remember maybe a picture will pop up. I always say that. I never do. I mean, I do sometimes. I try my best. I just record a lot of these, and I do so much editing afterwards. I tend to forget to do it. Not on purpose. It's just I'm doing a lot. So sometimes I forget. Sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. Go ahead and angle that the other way. Put that right about there. Yeah, that place was green. Lava every dang where, not a plant to be found. Because it's so fucking scorched. This has a lot of plant though, so this would be more like some vampire, spooky vampire type of thing. Versus the fell flames sulfur of the Warcraft zone. Have her look away from the camera for the first time. See, don't want to get too close to the undergarment of choice, which is funny because that's not what I was going to make her wear. But the underwear I had bought her, which was much larger and black, I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I was looking everywhere, could not find them. So I'm like, well, she's wearing black and gold, may as well use that. We just got to keep our distance. Okay, we got to keep a bit of distance going. Fine, let me use some, let's go with some of those Halloween, like a villain. Oh, you know what, actually a good one. You gotta kind of got that villainous pose going on. Right about there. 2 more to go, and then we move on to Mexico V. Mexico V last year, I did it, her set was black and green, but she kind of looked like she kind of had a real spidery theme going on. It was nothing like this. I actually like this one more than what I did there. Although what I did at the time was very clean. This right here, it kind of has a much different vibe to it. Hers was kind of like gothic Latina look with the little spiders in the background, where this is just straight up, she is the spooky one in this image, not the giant spider. No, that the spooky one in this image is her. As we're with Mexico V, like I said, hers was more like a cutesy goth Halloween type of thing. We make her not look at the camera because you could tell her eyes are looking down at the camera. We could get actually the moon right over her head. Say right. Get that blade of grass out the way. Oh, there's 2. I didn't want to be that. I still want you to kind of see her face. You can definitely tell that something is up over her head. I think most people probably wouldn't be able to tell straight away, but once you notice it, it's like, okay, that's a giant freaking planet or a moon right over her head, which adds to the effect that I wanted. The apocalyptic looking fell flames. The behemoth in the background. Move over to some other lesser used poses. That's a good one. Right there. And boom. That is all 10 for OGV here. Now we move on to the next. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do for that character. I got a lot of options. Sometimes it's hard to think of stuff when you got a lot of options versus a little, you know. Alright, it's kind of late, so I'm probably just gonna record this one and then make use of some other stuff for it's Thursday. I gotta put together what's the name, photos of the week. All right, boom, that is it. Okay, we are now on Victoria. We got kind of a zombie look going for her because last year she had her little basic photo set, and then I did one where she kind of looked like a demon, which was real crazy looking. Some of y'all probably remember that, but this time around, she's a little saucy dark chocolate zombie lady. Don't ask me how she's still dark chocolate while a zombie. Alright, now here's our background of choice. Okay, it symbolizes borrowed time. You see by the multiple gargantuan clocks floating around. Okay. Boom. Got massive amounts of grass out there. She's on the concrete, the gate that you could easily walk past, you know. There's a lot of things we walk right on past in real life, and we never notice, you know. I had something and I forgot. I had something, dude. Something was gonna come out of that, but I goofed it, man. I goofed it. Simple as that. Go ahead and move this back over here. Set up. Now, in terms of lighting, she already has a bit of light on her, so we don't really need to do too much to change that. Set up. He's down. That's too far down. She already got a bit of light on her, so we really just need a shadow decreaser, pretty much. Something that'll enhance the quality of the said photo, giving it a much cleaner look, kinda as you can see now. Although for some reason she kinda looks blurry, I don't know why. Could be because of the extreme amount of light we have in the background. You look great though. See here. It's in a better position to where it was. Much arm shadow. I'm trying to see though, do I like the white background or should we go with a different color to make it look a little darker? Because it's supposed to be Halloween, but the lightness is kind of taken away from that for some reason. Even though she does have a bit of that, you do got the more spooky look on with the grayer hair and the crazy cathedral in the background and all that. But I think the white background isn't really giving me the look I thought it would in a way. Let me see. We could always do some testing here. I got that joint at 150,000, boy. It ain't never not gonna show up. The red is quite nice. Blue kind of makes it look like the sky. The gold is really nice because it's reflecting what's in the background, but it's giving us more of a ominous, the background isn't real look, which is giving it a very fake world look type of thing, which would be pretty spooky. One day you wake up, you look in the sky, and it's like, something's very off here. That would be kind of spooky. Look up in the sky and it looks fake, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Something is very off with what I'm looking at, but I can't tell what. You know, that would be pretty spooky. Would be pretty dang spooky. I kind of like the red, though. The red wasn't too bad. Because I like what I've done here. It's simplistic, but it's also crazy looking. Kind of reminds me of the way I did Venus back when I was doing the Halloween stuff. Her background was like this. Kind of crazy and nonsensical. Those mannequins floating all over the place. Like she was in a dang insane asylum. That was pretty swaggy, but yeah, that gold kind of adds on to the look. Let me take a picture real quick, see what that look like. Should I make it a little darker? Should I keep it the way it is? Let's see here. It's taking a long time. Okay, yeah, it's clean. I think what I'm gonna do though is let's drop the lighting a little bit, make it a little darker. And let's reduce the depth of field a little bit. You can see more of the background. See what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like right there. Because I'm saying the idea I had for this is clean. I like the way it's coming out. But I wasn't, the white background was a little too bright. Wasn't quite what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, yeah, that looks a million times better with it being darker like that. Boom. Now we have our look. And now we continue and figure out what poses we're going to use. I messed up. Did that change anything? Oh, it turned the lights off. Hold on. How to turn the lights on and off. Oh, we only got one. Which one is to do that? I forget which one allows you to turn it on and off. Oops. But that's not how you do it. Dang, how did I fix that last time? There was a way I fixed that last time and I do not remember how. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's completely accidental. I don't remember how to fix that. It's actually a pretty simple fix too. That was a little while ago when that had happened. God dog it, why something always gotta happen? Huh. Okay. Well, at least it's not lagging any dang more. I don't know why it was in the first place, because we barely got anything out here, as you can see. She way up here. She is way far from the actual setup. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick with the gold background. Like I said, it adds that ominous look, like the sky is fake type of thing. Gives you, I guess this time around, it's more fitting because, like I said, with her last joints were more of a casual look and a demon look. Why not go with a zombie look? A zombie in a fake world, type of thing. I don't know what it would mean Halloween wise. It is spooky. It's not very Halloween, but it is kind of a spooky thought. It's a spooky thought. Not really I guess it's not really Halloween. Would be a spooky conception idea though. I guess it's kind of like what's that dang joint? The Truman Show. Yeah, that movie. Or was it a show? I think it was a movie called The Truman Show. I don't remember. It was a Jim Carrey joint. And that movie was like that. Where he woke up in a fake world that revolved entirely around him. And it was something like that. I ain't never watched it. I just only heard about it. I like the way this look though. It's mad clean. Kind of already got a bit of a golden dark skin hue on her. So we probably don't need to make the lights too gold because she already got that look. But let me make sure it matches the last photo at least. Yeah, I like the way this looks though. It looks crazy. Yeah, it looks crazy and kind of spooky. And you see her eyes are all bloodied and crap. It's like I guess it's kind of like a royalty majesty type of thing. But what makes it spooky is what people's ideas of luxurious was back in these times, where you would see these buildings on the norm, was actually pretty dang terrible. Not so much her, because of the way darker toned folks did things back in the day versus paler toned folks, but it kind of fits that directive. She's got the pure white clothing on, the white lace, the white shoes, right? And she looked crazy and clean. But then when you zoom in on her, her eyes is fucking bloody, right? And she's got the pale dead hair, why it's all white. In the background is this big mythical, prestigious cathedral, but overseering, okay, the overseer is two gargoyles with the floating clocks. Okay, all those luxuries that they thought they had, most of them fools only lived to see like 35 years old. They was on borrowed time on a whole next level. You see the big pretty trees out. Them trees is old and ancient. Which is, I guess, in a way kind of saying like, hey, many have been here, but I've been here longer, and I've seen all of you. All of your fake luxuries and whatnot. I guess it's kind of like that. It's more symbolic than it is Halloween spooky. It's real life spooky. But I guess not anymore, kind of, sort of. Well, maybe. Because it depends on the person. You're the type of person who for some odd reason wants to live to 105? Or are you a completely normal person who sees 80 years old as a perfectly healthy age, and that's about all you need? I don't understand. Folks who be talking about, I can only imagine seeing getting to 105. Man, forget that. You can't wipe your own booty no more. Somebody else gotta do it. I'm cooling on that, bro. Once I can't wipe my own booty, if I can't wipe my own booty, man, that's a problem. Okay, that's a major problem. I don't like that. I don't want nobody wiping my booty for me. Okay, no sir. It has the look though. Outside of the fact that she just simply looks great her dang self, it got that look. Okay, we're gonna need 2 lamps for this because the light from the sun isn't picking up as well as I thought it would. I like how angry she looks. She's not a normally angry looking character, but right there she kind of got that look. Just bring that down a little bit. Down a little bit as well. 5 and 5 should be good. This is not normally an angry looking character, but right here she kind of do it. It fits though. It fits. That's good. And this one right about there. Boom. Yeah, it's a different kind of Halloween look. It's a different kind of spooky. I mean, you know, spooky is spooky, so it doesn't always have to be Halloween spooky. It could be realism spooky too. That works. I did a few of those actually, shoot, anyways, last year. Not all of them were Halloween spooky. Only, actually, I think there was less Halloween spooky than there was real spooky. Most of my characters, I gave them a real life spooky look. Looking like fucking satyrs and crap. Versus, you know, the characters who had pumpkins and little Halloween costumes. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, most of my stuff was real spooky than it was Halloween spooky. Not very many of them was rocking pumpkins and little costumes. Most of them were fucking zombies covered in blood, fucking giants with stitched up skin. I was doing some crap. I'm gonna try to do that this time around as well. I want it to be more. It's gotta be proper, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be proper. It's gotta be like I did last year. Last year's stuff was fucking heat. I'm trying to do it again. But different styles this time, of course. Not gonna be doing the same stuff I did last year, of course. gonna be hard to pull off because I got more characters, which means I have to figure out more ideas. But we gonna pull it off. You know what I'm saying? We gonna pull it off some way, somehow. You feel me? I don't know if they're all gonna be in photo sessions, but I think a decent amount of them will be. I know one thing I need to start doing again will start streaming again. It's been a hot minute since we did a stream over here. I need to upload more shorts. I don't upload enough shorts to this channel. Even if they only get like 10 views, more shorts is better. More views, more hours. YouTube starts paying attention to all them hours you putting out. They be like, okay, hold on, this fool right here hustling. I know how this dang game work. I've been on YouTube too long not to. And if I've never had a super duper successful channel, I've been around for a long time now. I know how this crap works. Just finding a niche to fit into is not an easy task. That's I'm trying to keep up with the photo sessions. I wanted to do more, but dang, it took forever to record that fucking Warcraft video today. I was trying to record a Warcraft video collecting some swags. That crap took forever, dude. That crap took forever. And when I'm done with this, I'm gonna get back on it. Well, I don't know. The internet is down. It's still down. I don't know if that's on my end or what. The internet is down, unfortunately. Because I was gonna get back on there. Collect that new stuff they added. I'm gonna do some Warcraft Halloween pictures too, of course. They added a new set to the game that's pretty dang crazy looking. I'm gonna need that. For this one, we could definitely give her a smile or two. Because she definitely got more of a zomboid succubus type of thing going on here. Right to the tip of the shoes. You got a zomboid succubus type of thing going on right now. I think that'll definitely work just fine. Oh. Yeah, I like the way this looks. It is sporadic and crazy, just like I did kind of for, well, not kind of, just like I did for Venus back in the day. All those videos are still up too, of course. I ain't delete those. But if you wanted to go and check out the old Halloween stuff, you easily could. You easily could. Might hop on a goof around on some Skyrim after this, if the internet doesn't cut back on. I'm gonna check my board though, make sure it's not me. Sometimes, well, extremely rare, but in certain cases that it do happen, the internet could cut off and you gotta unplug and then plug your cord back in, and then boom, it'll be back in action. I might need to do that real quick, or maybe the internet is just actually off and you know, a storm going on. I don't see. Well, shortages, that always happen. Well, not always, but that can happen. It'll be a late night shortage. Would be unfortunate and not unfortunate at the same time. It would be unfortunate because I did want to get on the game and record another video for Warcraft. It could be not so unfortunate because that means I'm just going to record more photo videos till I go to sleep. Probably another Cyberpunk because I can't get on Black Desert. So, and the computer is actually not doing too bad. A little warm, but it ain't blazing. That is the beauty of Photographer Island here, or Designer's Island as I call it. Designer's Island allows you to build some incredible sceneries with no heat. Well, depending on your computer, of course. My computer, no real heat. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that one right there. Yeah, I like the way you can clearly see that she's looking at back to front. Yo, what is this thing doing? Really? I did not do that on purpose. I hit S to go back and it started going forward and then zooming back and forth. I have to censor that. I don't know what the fuck that was. That crap zoomed forward when I was trying to go backward, getting as close as possible. Okay. YouTube be exempting me because it is a form of photography we doing here. Okay, even if it is a little saucy. You know what I'm saying? But doing crap like that, that's gonna I straight up started zooming forward while I'm going backwards, and then it kept going back and forth. What the fuck are we doing? That ain't a part of the program, okay? It's not a part of the program. It ain't even how we be dressing this character up, but for the means of Halloweens. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be doing that. I just realized I'm on the wrong character. We're supposed to get on Mexico V because she's the second oldest. Well, it'll be number 3 this time then. All right, one more to go. What am I gonna do for Mexico V? She had a cutesy theme last year, so I guess she needs a spooky theme this year. Or she was the like I said earlier, she was dressed in like some gothic type clothing, but she herself wasn't actually spooky. It was just a bunch of spiders and spider webs everywhere. She herself was not spooky though. She was just a little gothic Latina lady around a bunch of spideys. Well, her background was creepy, not her. Her hand is too high in there. I mean, that could work, of course, but it's not really what I want at this moment of time. Turn her back this way. That ain't really what I want at this moment of time. Seated pose with what chair, dude? I'm kind of thinking, what should I do for her? Guess we could give her a spooky look too. Got a lot of new stuff, so I'm really trying to figure out what to use, when to use it, you know? Because there's so much new stuff. I got so many new options. I don't even know, you know what I mean? I don't even know where to start with. I don't even know where to start with, you know what I'm saying? Some of these setups, I'm sitting back, I'm like, dang, what should I do for this character? That's why it's better to do 3 at a time this time instead of the way I did it back then. That crap was rough, doing it back, all the characters back to back like that. Trying to figure out who should have what and when. As for this time, if I'm doing 3 apiece, that makes things quite a bit easier than trying to figure out how I should set up 13 characters right then and there. That was not easy. Now I have a lot more than I had before, okay? Way more. At that time, I only had 1 Asian character, okay? I only had 2 black characters. No, I had 3. Never mind. My food stuff. Black characters are all old, kind of, sort of. I didn't have any, I only had 1 Polynesian character. Only had 1 Asian. You know what I'm saying? I only had 1 white character. So I have way more characters now, okay? Way more characters. It'll be a whole lot harder to set them up this time around. So we're gonna do 3 apiece this time. A lot easier to figure out what you want to do for 3 characters than it is to figure out what you want to do for 20-something that I have now. It's unfortunate because somebody has said they want to see me create more characters, but the problem is I don't even know where to I don't know what to do with that anymore because I've already created so many characters now. And Cyberpunk only has so many options. Like, you can definitely mix and match more, but a lot of times when you're mixing and matching for Cyberpunk, it's choosing the best features for that character's said race. Now the problem is I done made 3 characters for each race now, some a little bit more. I don't even know how to create a new character no more without him looking like an old character. It's a struggle out here, it really is. It's a struggle creating some new characters, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was like Skyrim or something, it'd be easy as fuck because I got so many dang features and I can move them however I want. As for Cyberpunk, you cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? Can't move these features any place you might want. They sit right where they are. That is a full 10 of an absolutely spectacular photo. So let us move on to Mexico V and try to figure out what I'm gonna do for her. I'm thinking kind of a zombie look as well. Now, normally, as you can see, Mexico V is our Mexican princess. Alright, she's always dressed in some really fancy and expensive looking clothing. Not this time around. As you can see, her skin is ragged and infected. She is accursed one, casted out by her own people, infectious, highly, okay, insanity, maximum. She just stuck out in the woods, you know what I'm saying? Now this right here, I wanted to go for a simplistic look. Back in the day when I was doing a lot of these, I didn't use the open world very much. So I'm like, you know what, for these ones, I want to switch it up and use much more of the open world. To get a different vibe around these times around. Volumetric fog is on, so we're gonna keep it on. Chromatic, we could turn that off. Crowd and traffic don't really matter. So normally, as y'all know, I wouldn't really make a whole lot of use of volumetric fog, but when you're out in the open like this, it works quite well. So we gonna use it this time, okay? We gonna use it this time. It works quite well when your character's out in the open like this. As you can see, her freaking skin is infected. Okay, she's a cursed one. Casted out by her clan, her people. Insanity maximum. You know what I'm saying? See what that look like. Now for this one, we're gonna do after editing, because we're gonna be she's gonna be mostly seated in these poses. It's gonna be a full body pose, as you can tell by the fit. You know what I mean? Ragged leather clothing, which is still a little saucy, you know what I mean? Got her with a shorter haircut. I ain't seen her with a short haircut in a hot minute. The ropes around the arms to really show you what kind of, where most of those scars came from. Y'all ever had a freaking rope burn or a rug burn as like a kid when you'd be like jump roping or any dang thing that has to do with some form of rope where somebody would pull it too dang hard and that crap would freaking rub on your hands, your legs, whatever the fuck, rug burn. Say you was a kid and you know, kids do stupid crap. I know there's a few times where I was doing something stupid and got a dang rug burn. That crap sucks. There's nothing, if you never had rug burn before, lucky you, man. That crap is not great. It's like a paper cut. You know what, that's the best way I could put it. It's like a paper cut. Painful, and you can't really do much about it because it's too small to actually deal with. So it's just, you just gotta wait it out. You just gotta wait it out till the pain stops. So let's turn on depth of field real quick just to make sure when it comes time to edit that everything is proper and good looking. So with that, we're gonna go probably around 20. Gotta make sure it looks good. So when it comes time for me to edit this stuff, I wanna know that it's clean and proper looking. Don't make no mistakes, you know. Okay, that looks great. Now let's go ahead and turn that off. Now for depth of field, whenever I do a full body set, I always turn depth of field off because in Cyberpunk it's kind of hard to catch a full body view. And obviously in the fit with her skin looking insane like this, we're gonna want the full body view. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture, see what that look like real quick. Make sure it look good. This is the complete opposite of what we V's original set was back in 2023 Halloween. No, 2024. What the heck am I talking about? 2024 Halloween. I wasn't doing the photo stuff, sessions and stuff yet in 2023. Okay, that's good, but we're gonna make it a little darker. To sneeze. My goodness, the power in that sneeze, goodness gracious. We're gonna brighten her light a little bit, and boom. And now we snap, and I gotta go blow my nose. Okie dokie. And you're switching through poses, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be recording. Let's see here. First one came out good, but we got 9 more to go. I like that one right there. I love the way the freaking background looks. It is absolutely perfection. See, because when I had spawned one of these trees, I'm like, wait a minute. These trees could do freaking wonders for what I'm about to make this character look like. And thus, as you can see, there are many in the background for a reason. I could have went with some regular trees, But I'm like, nah, that's not gonna give me the look I'm looking for. I want her to look like she's a fucking zombified woman who got lost in the dang deep dead fucking forest, okay? It's like, oh, matter of fact, it's like the dang sick camp in Black Desert. In Black Desert, for those who never played Black Desert online, there's a camp of people in an area, and they're all fucking diseased and sickly. And it looks like this. All the trees in the area are dead and every dang thing. That's kind of where I got the idea from. I'm like, I'm gonna make it look like that. I did a pretty dang good job, because this is about what it looked like. This is about what it looked like. She got the sickly scars. Okay. Now, of course, the clothing part, you would still be clothed, but this is cyberpunk photography, baby. Let me see here what we doing. Can't have her with the dual middle fingers. That's not very sickly person like. Although I guess posing in various in this with his outfit. Only part that makes sense of this whole thing is the rope to make it look like that's where she probably got the burns from. Well, this is beyond burns. This is gashes at that point. This is beyond burns at this dang point. Let's use... I got a bunch of old Halloween poses that I have not used in ages. Let me use some of those. Halloween, hide from Jason. Woman is sickly and half diseased. I don't think she's gonna be hiding from anything. Her brain is gone. Her mind is gone. Ain't no hiding. Like a dang feral ghoul from Fallout 4. These are not... Okay, I'm gonna say these are not what I remember them being. I should have gave her some old crazy looking teeth. That probably would have added on to the photos. I ain't think about it, so now we gotta keep her mouth closed because, well, obviously she can't open her mouth and have a bunch of pearly whites while looking like this. No, I would think if you looking like this, brushing your teeth is the last of your worries. I'm just saying, I would think it'd be the last of your worries if something got you looking like this. Scarred up, this deep tissue scars like this, you ain't giving a crap about no teeth brushing. That is the last thing on the mind is, oh shoot, I need to brush my teeth. You know, dang torture camping and stuff, and somebody getting tortured next to you is like, wait, oh shoot, I didn't brush my teeth. You'd be like, huh? You'd be confused as fuck. This nigga just say I didn't brush my teeth? Did he just say I ain't brush my teeth? You'd be confused. You're like, what the fuck? You're worried about brushing teeth? How the heck we get out this camp? Oh, I wouldn't be giving a crap about that. I'd be trying to... Well, if I got gashes like this, it might be too late at that point. And realistically, if you got gashes like this, it'd be too late. You're gonna be feral at that point. Mind gone. At this dang point, this is another level of dang torture right here, boy, that look like this. This ain't no regular crap right here. Let's see, what else would be some good poses to make use of? Oh, I was trying to use mostly seated poses. Let me see. I wanted people to be able to see like the full craziness of her skin. But I am pretty sure I passed that a long time ago. Yeah, here we go. I want people to be able to see the madness of her dang skin. Plus, I don't use the seated poses enough. Spawn her a chair or something, but I don't know no rusty, busted chairs. She can't be sitting on a good chair. Wouldn't even make sense. That wouldn't even make sense to be sitting on a good chair, you know? Hold on, what was this? Oh, okay, that'll work. Hold on. That'll definitely work. She look crazy as fuck right now. Ever looking down at the camera. Oops. with just the eye though. Over about here. And then let's pull the lights down. And it should give her the... Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I was like, can this grass get out my dang way? There we go. Snap that. Dang piece of grass pulled down. Got all up in the way. We got her looking straight crazy as fuck. I was like, for this lady, we definitely gonna have to make it crazy because the last year's joint, like I said, she was all pretty and Halloween looking. She didn't look spooky, not one bit. Right here, this is perfect. This is perfect. She look crazy. And the setting is gorgeous. The way the trees are all blacked out and you really can't see them that well, and the way the fog lights them up, and the sun is just back there. It really do look like she got lost in some kind of crazy fucking underworld. Now she looking like this. She got lost in the underworld. Let's see, what else can we use? Get on up. Pretty sure I missed quite a bit of seated poses. I can't remember where the heck they at though. That is not what I was looking for, but at the same time, that could definitely work. Steer her about there. This ain't what I was looking for, but does it work? I don't know if the grass is going to be in the way at all. There's kind of a lot of grass in this area. Let me try moving her here a bit. Shouldn't be. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I forgot the lights move with your character now, so that's absolutely beautiful. Forgot that that's a thing that actually happens now. You know, you gotta move. Back in the day, you had to move your lights to your character at all times. Anytime you wanted to move them, you had to move the lights as well. Except for up and down. I'm pretty sure when you're moving them up and down, you still gotta deal with that. But the other portion of problems is no longer there. I'm gonna wait for the grass to shift back upwards because we gotta change the lights anyways. About there and there. Boom. Back then you had to move the lights to your character, which is no easy task when you have a multi-lamp setup. Y'all know how I do. I usually use 5 lamps. Only reason why I haven't been using 5 lamps as often is because the settings in which I'm trying to make photos look more raw. Or not so much raw, but more natural. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. More natural. So like in an instance like this, it's better to have her with these 3 lamps than multi-lamps. We don't really want her to look like she's in a professional setting. We want her to look like a woman who got lost in some kind of fucking cursed forest and her skin is being shredded apart and crap. Halloween activity. It's October, baby. I said October. It's October, okay? So that's the look we're going for here. And it works quite well, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? One more photo? What we gonna use? You know what I'm saying? So that's the look I wanted to go for. I don't think I've ever seen this pose. Oh, that's this pose. I still have no clue what you would use this pose for. Guess like have her leaning up on a stool, but I never actually tried to do that for some reason. I don't know why. I ain't got around to making it to see if we can make it work. But yeah, back then you had to move the crap to your character, and it was no easy task if you had a multi-lamp setup. Did I do any close-ups? Oh shoot, I didn't do a single close-up. Well, this is a good close-up. We're gonna keep the lights where they are, but we're gonna switch them, move them around. I'm gonna keep them at the height they are. Just move these ones around to better mask the unnecessary shadows. Right about there. And let's go ahead and put a little bit of angle in that to match the top of her head. Down a little bit, and boom. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I was on Cyber number 4. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of late. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish that stuff today. I can't do it tomorrow though. I gotta actually do some schoolwork tomorrow. I didn't have to do much today, so I kind of chilling out. Tomorrow I actually got to do some stuff. So I was hoping I could get as much recorded as possible, but that dang Warcraft video took forever to record. Alright, and that, my good peoples, is it. I'm gonna probably hop on some easier games to do some photos on, like Call of Duty or something, because there's a couple of spooky maps I never did pictures of back in the day on Modern Warfare 2023. I'm probably gonna hop on there and do some of that. With that being said, my good peoples, that has been it for the Halloween episode. Okay, all these photos came out absolutely immaculate. I really like this one, especially when I get that edited, when I edit the depth of field on, because that's how it's actually gonna look much cleaner, much better. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and like button, and notification bell. Share with your people, join that journey, clean sports, and become legendary. I do all things photography, virtual and real life. Check out Instagram. That's where I post most of these photos, even for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. With that being said, I'm out.